Today we are going to try to transform this car into the Batmobile. In order for us to do that, you guys know the Batmobile is all blacked out. So that means today we're going to the tint shop and we're going to be tinting this thing 5%. That's right, just like the Mustang, we're going to be tinting this car 5% all around and then 15% on the windshield, because 15% is probably the lowest I'd go where I can still feel safe while driving the car. You guys have been flooding my comment section on my YouTube and my TikTok and my Instagram just to get this thing tinted. And the day has finally come. I've been waiting a while, ever since I picked up the car, to get this thing tinted because I hate driving a fishbowl. So we're going to be heading back to Classy Customs, the place where we got our Mustang tinted, because they did a phenomenal job and I love the work that they do. So we're going to be heading back there. It's about a 50-minute drive, so we got to get on the road because we are running a little bit late. Sounds good, man. It's not louder than the Mustang, but it definitely is still loud. It also sounds like it has a little chop, but I think that's just the tune. But it kind of sounds like a chop. Listen. All right, the car is all at the shop now, and it is getting prepped, ready to be tinted. We're going to be doing 5% all around and 15% on the front. Once again, we are at Classy Customs. This is the best tint shop, wrap shop. They do everything here, but this is where I always go to get all my car's stuff done. I'm so happy it's finally getting tinted. I hate driving a fishbowl. All right, boys, she is all done being tinted. Check this out. Look how good this looks. This is the absolute Batmobile now. So we have 15% on the front windshield right here, and we have 5% on the sides, the quarter panels, and the back as well. Take a look. Dang. Yeah, this is crazy. This whole build is coming along perfectly. Shout out to Classy Customs for doing this tint for us. Make sure you guys go check them out if you live in Florida. I'm going to tag their Instagram in the description below. I think some of the next things that we need to do to this car is get some slicks for the back and buy a 360 camera. All right, it's starting to pour pretty bad here in Florida as per usual, so we're going to head home.
Several days later.
All right, guys, in today's video, we are going to be installing this front splitter from Extreme Online Store. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So we got the car all up on the lift and we are ready to install the front splitter onto this car, and it's all carbon fiber. Let me show you guys. Take a look at this carbon fiber. It's just beautiful. It's going to look really, really good on this thing. This should be a fairly simple process. It shouldn't take us too long to do, but I'm very excited. I've been waiting to do this for a while, but this car is so low I can't get it up on a regular jack because it's just so low. So I'm going to show you guys step by step on how to install this thing. So first thing I did was get the double-sided tape, and I taped it all up here. So basically we're going to be taking that front splitter and sticking it and then adding bolts underneath as well for extra assurance that it does not fall off. So if we come down here and we look at all of these screws, so we basically have to take out all these screws, take off this piece right here, and then once all that's off, we take the splitter, push it up, and then we put in the OEM bolts right back in. So first things first, we have to unscrew all these bolts that we see under here. It's going to take out this OEM splitter, all these bolts right across. All right, so first we had to get this piece off of the undercar. So now this is exposed. So now we can get the bits under here drilled in. So when you order this stage 2 splitter from Extreme Online Store, you get the actual splitter, the double-sided tape, and they do give you bolts as well. All right, boys, so now we're getting a drill in order to get these out, because we need a drill in order to get those out. So these are the fastener rivets that we have to take out in order to take off the front splitter. Boom, there we go. Here's the bottom side of it and the top side. All right, so far we have half the splitter off of the car. Now we're just going to get the rest of the bolts out on that side. But yeah, we're making some progress. Alright, so now we have the whole splitter off of the car. There we go, and we are not going to be needing this anymore. Look how pretty this carbon fiber looks. Look at it glisten. So now once you get the splitter off, you want to get a rag and you want to clean it to the best of your ability. That way the 3M tape can stick to it. Once we get the whole bottom of the bumper cleaned, we are now ready to put on the carbon. If y'all have brake clean, use brake clean. It's the best thing to use to clean the bottom surface of the front bumper. Now that the whole bottom of the bumper, as you guys can see, is nice and clean, that way the 3M tape will stick. Now it is time to put on the splitter. So right now we're just testing the fitment to make sure it's good. So we put in one bolt there, and just making sure everything fits and there's no gaps. So next we're going to put in a couple more screws, and then once that happens, we're going to take the screws down a couple centimeters. That way we can take the 3M tape off and stick it up. So just for extra precaution, we're putting actual bolts in the splitter. That way when you're going fast on the highway, there's not a chance that this thing is going to fall off. When doing this install, if you guys do have the factory screws, you guys can use that and it'd be perfect. But unfortunately for us, we did not have that. So we put in the bolts, and we recommend that you do this. So unfortunately for us, we didn't have the other bolts to use. So we are using these bolts and nuts. And you guys don't have to do this, but you really should, in order to make sure that this splitter does not fall off when driving. Free tip for you guys: before you pull off the tape, make sure you go to the ends and rip them off before you start doing it. That way it's easier just to pull, so you don't rip the whole bumper off. All right, now we can peel off the 3M tape nice and slow. So satisfying. Boom, just like that. Alright, so now we're peeling off the rest of the 3M tape. So satisfying. And boom. Just like that. Now we're going to stick it up and make sure it sticks. Now all we have to do is put in the rest of the screws and it'll be good to go. Alright, all the screws are finally in. Just look so beautiful. Just look at those screws. Everything is good. Let's get it back up, show you guys the view. It's going to look even better on the ground. No holes, no gaps. Perfect. Backed out now. Let's take a look at the carbon under the light. God damn, boy. Look at that carbon. Damn. Shout out to Extreme Online Store once again. We are back home, as you guys can see. I'm sorry this video has kind of been all over the place. I have been in the process of moving. As you guys can see, we are now in the garage with the vet. But yeah, I've been doing a lot of things. So that one video from me getting the car tinted and then me getting the front splitter on are days apart. But I just kind of combined them into one video. That way you guys can see all the mods that I've been putting on this car. I'll make another video in depth about the whole move and what I'm going to be doing with this garage. But as you guys can see, the car is tinted. It looks very good tinted. And we come over here, the front splitter carbon fiber is looking absolutely beautiful. And we definitely got some more things coming with this car very, very soon. I just got some differential fluid that came in the mail yesterday. We're going to be doing a differential fluid change. I also plan on doing a lot of things to this garage. I would like to paint the walls black, get some hex lights, get some tile for the floor to make the garage look like an actual shop. But as for now, the car is looking very good. The tint, the splitter, and we're also going to be getting some more things sent out very soon. Once again, shout out to Extreme Online Store for sending out this awesome splitter. And if you guys want to go get yourself a splitter or anything carbon fiber, Extreme Online Store has a bunch of different things. I'm going to leave the link to them in the description below. Make sure you guys go check them out. Also, shout out to Classy Customs for detailing this car and throwing the tint on. They always do a great job. I always recommend going there if you live in Southwest Florida. I'm sorry for the lack of content lately. I've been super busy, but we're going to be back on the grind very, very soon. And after this video, we're probably going to be making POV drive video, and I know you guys love those, so make sure you stay tuned. But that is going to be it for today's video. Make sure you guys leave a like on this video. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, the bell notification, so you're updated when I post a video. And that's all I got for you guys today. I will see you on the next one. Peace. Spend some money, do some shit for the fame. Got a body with me, I don't know my name. Switch gears, go sky in the rain. Hit the